Hello, my name is Grace from Grace Does Glitter, and today I let ChatGPT pick my makeup. If you're curious what products and everything that it picked for me, just keep watching. This is the finished look. I can't say I'm super happy with it, and I went in to this with like pretty high hopes. I got this idea from Gloss Angeles, and the ladies who run the Gloss Angeles podcast like asked ChatGPT to come up with some skincare routines or whatever, to like write articles. And I thought that was really interesting. So I chatted it up and I asked it to come up with a makeup routine for me and suggest some products, which I thought was amusing. But the same sort of pitfalls that they found in the articles, I sort of find to be true with this makeup that it suggested for me. But if you're interested in what it suggested and the critiques that I gave based on that, just keep watching. Also, thank you so much for watching this video, for clicking on my face. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be very, very helpful. Only if you want to, of course. So I downloaded ChatGPT, and this is the prompt that I gave it. I said, I have pale skin, dark brown hair, and green eyes. I want a simple everyday makeup routine. Suggest some products for me to buy and to the order in which I should apply them. So first it gave me just a general order of application: primer, foundation, concealer, powder, eyebrows, eyeshadow, mascara, blush, and lip color. And then I said, what product should I buy to achieve this look? Suggest brands and shades. I just wanted to see like what exactly it would recommend for me. And so in this video, I'm going to go through everything, and I'm going to give a little critique of ChatGPT, see if they give good suggestions for, you know, my skin and everything. Okay, so I'm going to push my bangs back because I don't really want them in the way. The first step that it gives is primer. Now, I don't always use primer, but I certainly have primers in my collection. And it suggested two primers. It suggested the Benefit Professional Face Primer, and the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It didn't say which version of the Photo Finish. I actually have a mini of the original Photo Finish Primer, so I'm just gonna use that one. I don't have the Bare Minerals, sorry, the Benefit Professional. They're both pretty similar face primers in that like they're very mattifying. I don't mind that because, also ignore my hand. I got in the middle of some cat fisticuffs earlier. I don't mind the matte finish, but I don't think this would be good for everyone. Like a lot of people would probably dislike this suggestion from ChatGPT, but I feel like this is fine for me. So as for the foundation step, they suggest the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc, which actually happens to be my shade of foundation. I don't have the Sheer Glow. I've always kind of wanted it, but I've never gotten it for some reason. But I do have the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc, so I'm gonna use that. The other suggestion they gave two suggestions per category. I say I guess it, because ChatGPT is not a person. It says It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream in the shade Fair. I think that's a good option if you have dry skin. I've had that before and it's just a little bit too moisturizing, a little bit too emollient for my particular skin type. Okay, I have this like little like palette that you can hold in your hand. I'm just gonna put, if I have any left of this, I'm gonna put it on this Essence makeup buffer brush. Just use it like this. Okay. So I've never used this primer with this foundation. I'm a little nervous to do that because it's a silicone-based primer, and I think the foundation is water-based if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps I should have put it on with my fingers. I don't know. after my last video, I'm gonna make sure to get it around my nose. I'm actually almost done with this foundation, if you couldn't tell by the way I was pumping it out so furiously onto the palette. This one's one of my favorites. I would really like to try NARS Sheer Glow next, actually. Because, you know, it's been like a cult favorite for years, and I feel like I don't know why I haven't tried it myself. So it will be my replacement. But NARS Light Reflecting Foundation is a very good standby for me. So that's how the skin is looking. And now we're gonna go on to concealer. Okay, so for concealer, it says Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair, or Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Beige. I've tried the Tarte Shape Tape on the back of my hand before, and it just seemed a little dry to me, but it seemed to have a similar texture to a concealer that I own already right now called the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie concealer. I've had Maybelline Fit Me, but I haven't actually had it in my collection since I was in high school, which is a long ass time ago. I contemplated going out and buying it, but then I was like, I don't need to do that. I have a lot of concealer. So it says use a concealer that matches your skin tone to cover any blemishes, dark circles. I forgot to do this for the other steps, but it did give me like instructions, and so I want to follow those instructions because I think that would be funny and fun. Use a concealer that matches your skin tone to cover any blemishes, dark circles, or redness. Gently blend it into the skin for a seamless finish. It doesn't say how to blend it, but in the previous step, it said choose a foundation or tinted moisturizer that matches your pale skin tone. Thank you for that specification. Apply it evenly using a brush, sponge, or clean fingertips. So I'm guessing, you know, same goes for the concealer step. So I will apply it onto, what did it say? Blemishes, dark circles, and redness. So dark circles, check. Redness, check. Blemishes. This is going to be a little bit drying on my blemishes, but that's okay. Check. So I'm going to blend it in with a finger. So far, I think ChatGPT goes for a full coverage kind of look. Powder. It says Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. A good standby. I'm going to use the only translucent loose setting powder that I own from Dominique Cosmetics. And I like this. I've never tried the Laura Mercier one, actually, weirdly enough. But I'm going to use this one instead. The other one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Transparent. I used to love the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. I think I use the shade Natural or Buff or something like that. The one that's like closest to my skin tone. And that shit was amazing. In fact, when I read this, I was like, I should get that again. And I've been contemplating getting it for a couple of months. I don't know why I haven't. I feel like the only reason I stopped using it when I was younger is because the little packaging that it comes in, it breaks really easily, but because I keep all of my makeup next to me in like drawers now, I feel like that would be less of an issue, as opposed to when I was younger. I kept it in a makeup bag and it would like clink around all the time. So I feel like those are solid recommendations. Of course, I think ChatGPT is like sourcing from, I think it stops in 2001, so maybe it's like sourcing from all of the popular websites leading up to 2001. So I feel like those are a little bit, those suggestions are of a recent vintage, but they are a little bit older than I think a lot of powder suggestions today might include, like Huda Beauty, or I don't know, something I'm not thinking of, maybe like that L'Oreal powder that went viral on TikTok. So the instructions for this step say, set your foundation and concealer with a translucent or setting powder to control shine and increase longevity. Translucent or setting powder. I feel like that's where like sometimes it loses a little bit of humanity, if that makes any sense. Like it should probably say a translucent loose setting powder, instead of a translucent or setting powder, but you know, whatever. So we're going with a translucent loose setting powder, and we're gonna set the foundation and the concealer for longevity. Now, another critique that I would put in here is that in terms of like suggesting the Tarte, I almost call it the the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, there are concealers that kind of just set themselves and are a little bit more drying, like that one, and for that you really wouldn't need a setting powder. So I feel like maybe it's not doing as well in the terms of like building a routine, even if it is suggesting products that lots of people love and stand by. Like using those all together, maybe not the best idea, but I'm gonna do it. It's looking very full coverage and very matte. Maybe this is like the ChatGPT is giving me like a sort of 2016, 2017 makeup look here. All right. Now it wants me to move on to eyebrows, and it says the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown, or the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. In terms of like shade recommendations, those are very good. I think I am typically the deepest of the like hair shades. We are gonna use a brow pencil. I didn't go out and buy one because I just won't ever use it the way that like my friend gave me this, and this Lawless brow pencil, and it's good, but everyone's always suggesting I use brow pencils, and I understand that I can just forego the suggestion, but you know, this is for science. Hopefully I'm gonna trust the process on this because I need some color in my face now. Now it wants me to do eyeshadow, and it suggests the Urban Decay Naked Basics eyeshadow palette or the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette. I don't have either of those, but I do have a Too Faced palette. I have this one called Better Than Chocolate, which was sent to me, and so I'm just gonna use this, I guess. And let's see what their instruction is. Opt for neutral shades that complement your eye color. Apply a light shade on the lids and blend a slightly darker shade into the crease for definition. This is so freaking boring to me, but okay. I'm gonna use this one called Buttercream, and I said it like that because I watch a lot of the Great British Baking Show. Okay, Buttercream. A rich, tasty buttercream. It says, apply a slightly darker shade into the crease. I guess I'm gonna go with this one called Sects and Candy, like sexual text messages. This is actually a very nice color, this one called Sexts and Candy. I've used it a lot for things like this. I'm actually gonna mix it with this one called Brownie Points. These two right here, and then I'm gonna put them in the crease. For mascara, they say L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I don't think I've ever tried that one, but I think that might be the one that's like the dupe of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Then the other one they suggest is the Benefit Cosmetics They're Real mascara. I've had that one, it's fine. It's got a really pokey brush. I don't have either of those, so I'm gonna use this one because it's just a mascara, right? It's just mascara. And then the instructions say, apply a coat or two of black or brown, dark brown mascara to enhance your lashes and to make your eyes pop. I'm ready for my eyes to pop. This is looking crazy. I think they don't suggest bronzer and they don't suggest highlighter. I'm gonna make them give me a highlighter because I just want to wear one. And I'm gonna continue the chat because you can do that. So for blush, they suggest Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This is how like I know that their information ends at a certain time period, because people used to be obsessed with that blush, like really obsessed with it. And then the other one they suggest is the NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. I actually don't have either of them, but I'm gonna try to like replicate the shade Luminoso. So I have this Cover FX Duo in Warm Honey, and then this kind of gold Ofra highlighter. And then I'm gonna find like a paler peach shade, and we're just gonna go for it because I think that's what Luminoso looks like. That's not terrible. Let's use the circular motions that I used in that last video. That maybe it's not the last one I posted at whatever time this gets posted, but the Ollie J, could be Allie J. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put it on my temples too. I forgot to read the instructions. Let's see what the instructions say. This is a very not 2023 makeup look. That's fine. Choose a blush shade that suits your skin tone, such as soft pinks or peachy tones. Apply it to the apples of your cheeks. Oh, my bad. These are the apples. Ugh. I don't know if I like this. And just like add a little bit of the Ofra highlighter on top, because that blush definitely has like glitter running through it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the foundation brush and just keep going. This is a very millennial makeup look. Oh my god. Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, since it didn't suggest a highlighter, so again, I'm gonna ask for one. Yeah, based on the suggestions so far, I'm gonna guess they're going to recommend Becca Champagne Pop. And if I'm wrong about that, I'll kick myself. I was right, I was right. Hee hee, I was right. Now that I've pinpointed where exactly they're getting their information, YouTubers of 2016, I can figure this out. So here are a couple of popular highlighters. Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter. This highlighter is known for the smooth and buildable formula. I disagree. I had that highlighter and it was neither smooth and it wasn't buildable in that like it would just go on just like boom, like a big old stripe. The shade Champagne Pop is a fan favorite and complements a wide range of skin tones. That's true. It did complement a wide range of skin tones. I don't know that they make it anymore. I don't know. And then the second one that they recommended was the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife, a vibrant gold, or Lightning Dust / Fire Crystal, a duo of soft pearl and peach champagne. Remember to consider your skin tone and personal preference when selecting a highlighter. Thank you, ChatGPT. That was very helpful. Actually, you know, this Ofra one that I used already, this will be fine. It reminds me a bit of Champagne Pop. Yeah, it does. See what I mean? If you guys knew Champagne Pop, you'll be like, oh heck yeah, that's the stuff. And this is such a blah makeup look that it chose, but that's fine. So for lip colors, these are two vastly different types of lip colors. I was surprised by this. So it either suggested the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Rose, which I've had before, and it's just like a kind of chalky looking lip balm on me. And then it suggested MAC Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy, which I happen to have because Velvet Teddy is a classic. So for the lip color, it says finish off your look with a lip product of your choice. You can go for a subtle tinted lip balm, a nude lipstick, or a natural lip gloss. We're gonna go with the nude lipstick because it told me to. I'm gonna apply it from the bullet. Okay, this is very matte. Everything they gave me was like incredibly matte. I can't remember if I told it that I had oily skin. Oily skin. This looks horrible. Okay. I'm gonna put like a little bit more blush on because I feel very pale. You know what? I'm not gonna give ChatGPT the benefit of the doubt. This is not my favorite makeup look. Sorry to say, ChatGPT, but I feel like I progressed beyond this long ago. But this is what they suggested, so here we are. I'm kind of surprised because as I was reading through the suggestions, I was like, yeah, these are pretty classic products that they're choosing, so I'm probably gonna enjoy the final result. I'm surprised that I don't, actually. And I feel like I'm a pretty positive person, generally speaking, when it comes to these things. This just looks really dry and bad. Okay, so here's some close-ups of the makeup. It doesn't look horrible, but it does make me look really pasty. And I feel like the colors don't go together very well. I do like Velvet Teddy though. That is it for the day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, my name is Grace from Grace Does Glitter. Today I'm gonna be doing a video with the assistance of my friend's cat as I'm taking care of him. This is Mr. Carrot. He refuses to get off of my vanity desk.